Hello guys, BrickTipster here and welcome back into another video. Now this video is super special, not only because it is the first in a new series, but because also I'm going to be doing a giveaway for this video as well. Now, if you want to know about this giveaway, stay tuned. I'll go over that in just one moment. Now, for starters, I want to talk about what this new series is going to look like. I've been inspired so much by other creators on YouTube doing Q&As with their community. Now, I have a very small YouTube channel. I don't post very much. I'm trying to change that. I'm not into all like the buying the Lego set, building it, and doing a review on it. I'd love to give you my ideas of things, but that kind of content is not where I want to be. I want to be talking about, mocks that I've seen, talking to you guys about going to certain events. I want to talk about like the community as a whole, ways to buy like Lego for cheaper, investing, just anything that anything creative that someone creates that you can put into your your castle, like the stained glass pieces from Brick Warriors, I think it's from. But it's just that kind of content I really love doing. And so I just want to go ahead and start a new series where I hear you guys out by you guys commenting in my comment section, and then I pull those questions from that video, and in that next week's video go ahead and answer some of those questions in that video and start having more of that community involvement in my channel here. So this is technically episode 0 because I don't have your questions yet, because I haven't given you that opportunity to ask them. So I'll go ahead and do about 6 questions that I've received from a lot of the times from people that I meet either at conventions or either on my YouTube channel or just my friends, that they'll ask me these questions. So I'll go ahead and do those, but for now, I'm going to give it 2 weeks, so this will be a weekly thing, but I'm going to wait 2 weeks until I actually publish that next one. So it'll be January 25th. That is when you'll be able to receive the Jedi T6 shuttle here, the Ahsoka's T6 shuttle, as a giveaway, as well as Doctor Strange's polybag in case you need him and don't have him. I'll be shipping this out. You don't have to be one of the comments that I pick for you to be the winner. You just have to comment down in this video here, and I'll do a random YouTube comment picker, grab that question, and then I'll go ahead and get this shipped out to you guys. So if this is something that you like to participate in, go ahead and add that comment down below. Ask me a question. It could be about buying, it could be about selling, it could be about my opinions about certain things. It doesn't even have to be about Lego. It could be about Pokemon. Just ask a question down below that I could use for next week's video. So try to keep it on topic there. Would be super helpful because I want to be able to use your guys' questions for future content. So that will be our giveaway. Again, you need to comment down below your question, and then don't forget to like and subscribe as well to make sure that you're going to be able to know like if you're the winner, all those types of things, to stay tuned to the channel and when I post, of course. Now again, that will be January 25th is when episode 1 will be coming out, where I'll go ahead and pull those questions and we can have a wonderful time together answering them. So without further ado, I'll go over my 6 questions that I get quite a bit, and then I'll let you guys go, and I look forward to seeing what you have down below in the comment section on this video. So, question number 1. How do I keep my sets dust-free? All right, well, that's a great question because I don't know about you guys, but I hate dusting. I bought this huge Lord of the Rings collection from someone because in 2012, 2013, I didn't have any money. I was a poor college kid, or yes, definitely. And so I didn't have very much money, and so I found some guy's collection, but it had years and years and years and years of dust on it. I went through that whole process of like get them in the bathtub, just water, don't use soap, you don't need anything like that, and then straining them, putting beach towels out and get them all dry. I never want to do anything like that again. So I have cases. Now I use Wicked Brick, and there's another one, the name is escaping me, but I will definitely put it up here. I use Wicked Brick and this other company, and I buy cases for the Lego sets. That way they stay dust free, but also it adds such a aesthetically pleasing, like, people walk up and like, oh, it's a Lego set. They're like, wow, because like they see the Lego set, but then they also see the surrounding area. So I'll show you an example of like Barrador from Wicked Brick. Now this was a limited edition case. They are numbered. This one, he just puts a little bit more pizzazz into it. But I think this is such a beautiful case. They have like the cutout in the back, so you can actually still see in the back thing. But it adds so much. You have the printing there on the bottom of the acrylic. And I just think printing on the bottom of the acrylic, and of course the either the side, if I mean, the back is the best, and then the bottom are two really important areas. You might do a little bit on the front, but of course you don't want to cover it because you actually want to see the Lego set. But I think putting them in cases is a really cool way of displaying them. Now, it is actually very expensive though, because you buy the set, but then you also have to buy the case for it too, and it gets pretty expensive, especially since these cases come from the UK. So shipping is pretty rough, but if it's a set that you truly want on display and you just want that like wow piece, then I would definitely go that route. You can definitely go the route of buying, shelving, making sure that you kind of weather strip them so that dust is not actually getting inside of those things. That's also an option as well. But I keep my sets dust free by actually putting them in cases. But yeah, it definitely takes a little bit extra because they do cost quite a bit, but they are a huge statement piece and nothing that you're probably going to regret buying. Question number 2, do I insure my Lego collection? So great question. I get this quite a bit. A lot of people don't. Your house insurance, your renter's insurance, all those types of things, they don't really cover your collections. I mean, they cover like personal property up to like maybe $15,000, something like that. But they don't cover like a collection and then like value of the collection of like what it's worth now. That is going to be called collector's insurance. I actually did a video on this. Go ahead and check that out. I'll ping it somewhere on this page here of being able to read about and just kind of watch my video of how I went about buying collector's insurance for myself and for my collection. I do invest in Lego as well. It's a way to help fund, of course, my hobby. Lego is my hobby, one of them, and so it is important, of course, have those things insured. So it's insured from theft, fire, water, all those types of things that would devalue, of course, the Lego. Of course, it's melted, or if the box is ruined through water, that is a definite issue, and you're not gonna you're gonna miss out on those profits that you would be having. So I definitely do have my collection insured. It's super easy. You can just put it all in like Brick Economy, give them the Excel, they put it all into their computer, and then you can update them with your sales ledger, so then they can take those things off. It's really super simple, so go ahead and check that video out. Question number 2, or actually that was question number 3. Do you just collect or do I buy, sell? I think I kind of already answered this one, but I do buy and sell to help fund my collection. If you're always using new money, I mean, like I just bought a house in July. There's a lot of money that needs to go into those things. I want new vinyl flooring, those types of things. And so it's kind of helpful to, of course, buy and resell Lego to help fund my actual hobby. And so I do buy and resell. You do have to hold it. It's not as easy as like Pokemon cards. They can just store them away, or like booster bundles that are like this big. Lego sets are a little bit bigger, so they are going to take up more storage. I would not be like storing my stuff in a storage unit and then hoping that it is appreciating through that, because like you're paying for the storage unit. So it's just like you should be able to store probably like at your house or somewhere for free, so that in the time that you're holding onto it, maybe that's 2 years, you're not actually paying out for storing it in hopes to actually make more back later. I wouldn't recommend that, but it is really good. You can maybe even focus on minifigures if you want. I typically stick with sealed or promotions, and I resell those. One example, and it leads actually into one of my other questions, is how do I have like larger armies of knights, larger armies of even animals, if you want to call them an army. Like maybe you want to do like a Free Willy diorama, who knows. But there was a $160 city Lego set that came out, and they had an orca in there, and everyone was like, oh my gosh, it's an orca. But it's like you don't want to necessarily buy like 10 of those to get 10 orcas. Well, so on Lego, if you actually go on lego.com and scroll all the way down to the bottom and click support, underneath there, they're going to have a button that says like replacement parts or something like that. You click on that, and then 3 squares pop up. On those 3 squares, it's going to be buy or missing bricks, broken bricks, or buy bricks or something like that. If you click on that one, it's going to open up a huge catalog of a lot of pieces that you can go ahead and buy straight from lego.com and just get shipped right to your door. Now, if it doesn't say bestseller, that means it's going to be coming from Denmark, and it could take like 2 months. If it says bestseller, that means you can get it probably within a week, 2 weeks, and you can go ahead and order minifigs from there. Now, the only things that are on there is as long as it's not tied to an IP. So like Star Wars is intellectual property. They're not going to have, you can't go over there and buy a bunch of Boba Fett's or certain figures that you think are really cool in the Star Wars universe or the Marvel universe or Harry Potter. You can't go in there and find those minifigures, but you can find like Ninjago minifigures. You can find animals, all those types of things that you knights from all the castles. So that's one way to greatly build your armies, whatever they may be. It also helps to actually fund your collection. Now I'll put up another set here. It's I think it was also another $160 set. It was an Ninjago set. I don't care for Ninjago. I don't know, maybe I've never really given it a chance, but I've never seen it or anything like that, but it just really doesn't interest me. But there was one minifigure. It was a Golden Lloyd Oni mask, I don't know, minifigure out of that $160 set. I thought he was pretty cool looking. So I'm like, I don't care about the set. I'm just going to hop on eBay and just buy that minifigure. I hopped on eBay. I'm like, wow, he was expensive. He was like 20 or 30 bucks. I was just like, I wonder if he's on the buy bricks. So then I go on the lego.com website and I actually scroll down and I found piece numbers. And then I cross-referenced those because there was no images. I wonder if that was on purpose, but I cross-referenced those with Brick Owl, and then the images came up. So I bought all 11 pieces that went towards that minifigure, including a sword and the little like tassel thing on a sword, and I bought 25 of those. They ended up being $6.01 a piece, and I resold them average for $65. I've now increased those to around $100 because that's kind of what they're going for. So I spent $6.01 on the minifigure, and on average, I sold them for $65 a piece. I've sold 22 of them. So just doing that has like helped me be able to buy more Lego and not feel like I'm using the new money from my salary and putting that towards it. So that is a one way, of course, to get a lot of armies, but then also help actually support your hobby as well. Another question: how did Lego all start for me? Well, it's been around since I was a kid. I did have a little dark age there, of course, with college. That was priority. I wasn't really collecting. I didn't really buy anything during that time, which unfortunately is when Lord of the Rings came out. But I took care of that later. But ever since I was a little kid, if you bought me Lego for my birthday or Christmas, I was a super happy kid. I mean, like, I was so easy to buy for. If you bought Lego, we're golden. So I think that's where it started for me. As far as my favorite theme, when I was a kid, I would say Star Wars was definitely my top favorite. I did like the Ninja, the Wave. I liked Pirates. I liked Johnny Thunder. I liked all those a ton, and I still have those. Fright Nights, all those types of things. And Castle. Castle has always been a love. I think right now as an adult, I would say the Lord of the Rings theme, the ones in 2012 and 2013, but also the new Icon series. So, like, of course, Rivendell, Barad-dûr, the Shire, and then the upcoming Minas Tirith. That, I think, if I could say, that would be my top, and then 2 would be like anything Castle. And then Star Wars is there too. I still love Star Wars, but I love like the castle and just where you can take the castles and start like making it your own. Whereas Star Wars, it's not like you're adding to the ships, but like with a castle, you can get the actual castle. You can buy more like botanicals and add more like ivy or just landscape it, where you can't really do that with a Star Wars set or a ship. And I'm sure there's a lot of creative people out there, but that's where my avenue would be. So I would think that would be my favorite theme, would be like Lord of the Rings, but then like anything that's castle related, like the Lion Knight's castle that came out, that's now retired. That was an amazing castle. Some of the things that are coming through with BrickLink designer program. So the Mountain Fortress castle, that was really cool too. And the Siege Encampment, that was a really fun thing too. Check BrickLink designer program out. If you have a design in mind and you want to put that up there, you have a great chance, more than Lego Ideas, of actually getting that produced and earning a lot of money through that. My last question that I've received a lot is oh yeah, it was the Army one. So I think I've kind of covered those now. So those were a couple of the really popular questions that I get. I am so looking forward to the questions that you will be writing, though, in the comments that I can answer on the January 25th video. So please go ahead, write those in the comments below. That will get you all registered, if you will, to get these shipped out to you guys. The T6 shuttle and the Doctor Strange poly bag. So go ahead and write those comments below. I look forward to grabbing those comments and making future content on them. Again, that'll be January 25th. Thank you so much. Again, don't forget to like and subscribe as well. And then you'll stay up to date with, of course, what's going on with this channel and this new series. And I just hope to continue to, just bring you more content that you find engaging, and that just makes me happy too to be a part of that community. So go ahead, again, comment those questions below. Help me out for my next episode 1, and we'll see you in that episode on January 25th. Thank you guys so much. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.